Good morning and welcome to GiFTgive. Today we're going to dive right in to address some questions about how GiFTgive can directly improve fundraising results. GiFTgive is the online fundraising software company that provides unique tools and methodologies that help nonprofits and causes attract new donations and donors. We use specific needs and other content from the cause or nonprofit to try to raise visibility and to raise awareness among donors. Because we think that if everyone already knew the cause or nonprofit, then every time there was a need, somebody would fill it because they know about it. And using content, more and better content, can motivate supporters to donate and then also to share their needs with friends. And that also can dramatically expand awareness. But in talking with so many fundraisers, we realize that there are some issues out there that they are concerned about, and this presentation addresses those specific issues. So let's get started. Thank you. The first thing we want to say is we have to recognize that the world we're living in is changing, and particularly as it relates to technology. There are three waves of technology that are underway that are going to make a big difference one way or another in the activities of fundraisers. And the first one is mobile. Essentially, you're going to have to find your donors where they are. They tend to be more these days online and on the move. And if you want to meet more donors, you have to find them where they are. So you need a mobile solution. We also recognize that the rapid growth of e-commerce is really driving the online giving segment of contributions. That's growing at 16% a year, which is a stunningly large rate and one that cannot be overlooked. So any answer for expanding fundraising efforts and for improving the ability to attract donors and donations has got to have some leverage out of the e-commerce movement. And of course, everybody knows about social media. Donors these days are all connected, and I believe the average number of friends on a Facebook page is 191. So asking one Facebook user could theoretically equate to asking 191 other people that you don't know. And the whole idea behind social media is leveraging this to reach the people that your donors know but you don't. So these three trends in technology are ones that we want to be sure that we're taking advantage of. So let's look at GiFTgive's keys to this. The first thing that we would say about our approach is that we're really interested in maximizing content. We probably generate and use more content for a nonprofit or cause than any other solution. Because we know that good content forms impressions out there with people that simply bump into your content, and that increases awareness. And maximizing content is the key to starting this process. We also, of course, want to broaden the awareness. Our tools are designed to get your content in front of the biggest possible audience. Our ways of doing this are unique, but it's also very easy to adopt. These unique tools and methods do a few things. First of all, we will use our tools to get more productivity, more leverage out of your current marketing. We also add many new inbound marketing strategies and channels to increase your visibility to people you don't know already. Thirdly, we really want to attract more attention because ultimately that is the way that you're going to find more donors. And ultimately, we will get more donors and more donations by having a greater visibility among potential donors. So let's look at the tools and processes. These are the issues and answers that we have come up with in talking with fundraisers for causes and nonprofits. And some of these will seem familiar, and hopefully we've got some answers that will make sense to you. The first one has to do with staff turnover. When a nonprofit has turnover in their staff, particularly on the fundraising side, balls can get dropped, leads can get lost, initiatives can get interrupted, and it feels like you're going back to square one. So you really would like to have a way to be insulated from staff turnover, even though people will leave. Our solution for that is that our system will maintain all the records, all the donation records, all the needs that you've posted up there, all of the transactions that have happened, and we will provide continuity with our system that can help during staff changes, so that if a chair at your nonprofit is empty, the new person sliding into that seat only needs to come to GiFTgive to get up to speed with what's going on. And what you're seeing here is a picture of a dashboard, and that dashboard is showing all of the needs that the entity has. It talks about the campaigns, all the efforts to thank donors. There's some information about money that's been collected and some statistics. There's a report function down here. There's a record keeping of the people that are on your team. Essentially everything that you need to know about the online fundraising activity can be summarized through GiFTgive and accessed by anybody on your team that has privileges. Now, we also hear from folks that they're concerned about protecting their donor information. If you're going to put out your needs to your donors, you'd like to be sure that your donors stay your donors. And we want to stress that we treat that as classified information. We don't keep, access, retain, or any other way use your donor information. If they make a contribution, their financial information is immediately destroyed. It's not retained, and they are kept completely isolated for you. We shield their identities completely, and really only you know who your donors are. Another issue that we hear a lot is the fundraiser saying, look, this may be a great idea, but I just don't have any extra time. I am up to my eyeballs in what I'm doing already. And we want to stress that because our system automates so many of the functions that are not necessarily requiring your participation, it should actually free up time for more important activities. It doesn't mean that there aren't some efforts that have to be expended on the solution, but ultimately it's freeing up more time and allowing you to put your time where it belongs. Whenever people look at a new software solution, one of the concerns is, will they be able to operate it? And they say they don't have the expertise in-house. Well, this system was designed to be simple and easy, and ultimately you are outsourcing your work to GiFTgive, and therefore you don't need the expertise. You probably, if you're a nonprofit, you probably don't do your own taxes because you're not a CPA. You're in the business of helping people. In the same way, you would outsource some of the effort to increase donations and donors to GiFTgive, because we understand how this technology works. There are questions about being able to maintain a system once you get it up and running. The idea that once I've started this, what will it require from me on an ongoing basis? Again, we've tried to make this very simple and easy, but for the most part, we can say that as long as you are keeping your needs up to date, this system is essentially self-maintaining and should not require much time at all, and certainly shouldn't be a net increase in the amount of time that you spend in your fundraising efforts. Occasionally, a cause or nonprofit fundraiser is worried about donor fatigue, about wearing their donors out and giving them too much information. And we understand that, but remember, they've only been hearing from you in your traditional methods for raising funds. What we would say is, let's entertain these donors. If we show them fresh and new content, specific needs that you have, and activities that are going on within the organization, we'll actually get them a little bit more involved, and we can encourage them to share, because anytime a donor gets engaged, the best thing they can do with you is to pass your information and your requests on to other people. So getting them to share the news is a critical element. We hear questions about whether or not the GiFTgive platform will integrate and work with the current system. And our answer is that we're all about process, and we're trying to make you more effective and more efficient. Your existing systems will work with GiFTgive, or they will work side by side, but there won't be any conflict. As nonprofits and causes approach the idea of reaching out to more donors and trying to increase their fundraising activities, they are pulled more and more into the world of marketing, and they don't think of themselves as marketers. Perhaps you think of yourself as somebody who's passionate about a cause, passionate about the good work that you're doing, and not entirely comfortable with fundraising efforts, and maybe a little reluctant to turn yourself into a sort of salesman. Well, we want to assure you that you do not need to be good at marketing. The trick here is that the marketing is done by the content itself. And I've given you an example here that shows what I'm talking about. The screen here shows a series of, I've just captured one, but a series of photographs of what was needed in a dining room at a homeless shelter. There's a short story below that explains what's going on. And any donor coming to the site will automatically understand what's needed here. If we're going to feed these people, we need certain supplies and resources, and I can, as a donor, can choose to support that. It doesn't require your efforts to go into marketing, your efforts to tell anybody to give. It simply presents this need for people for whom it resonates. So the content does the marketing, and you don't have to. There's a growing awareness that when people search for solutions on the internet, you really want to be front and center in those search results. And SEO, or search engine optimization, are the techniques and tools that lead to better exposure when people are searching. You would like to be the top answer, I suppose, when your potential donors are searching for a place to give. And SEO is a critically valuable tool, and we will give you access to several SEO tools that will drive your visibility higher. It is not uncommon for us to see a client when we search on their name and needs to see that GiFTgive driven answers occupy a quarter of the top results that show up in the search result. So there's a great opportunity to improve SEO. We've heard comments from nonprofits and causes who say, our work is really focused on helping a specific cause or a specific issue, and we're getting hung up with a lot of time shipping supplies around. So they're curious to see if our system will actually help them with logistics, and the answer is it will. You don't really want to be in the shipping business, and that's an integral part of what GiFTgive delivers. When donors make contributions to fund the acquisition of particular needs, we ship those automatically. We like to call it boxes falling from the sky, but essentially, again, you're outsourcing a function that isn't a central core benefit to your beneficiaries, and it's a solution that is better outsourced to us. And these materials simply show up wherever you have asked them to be as soon as they're funded. When you start on down the content road, there's a question about, well, what if I run out of messages? And the answer is you won't really run out of messages because you've been raising funds already for your cause or nonprofit, and this is just expressing that basic request, that basic message in multiple ways. Every time you post content, you put your needs up there, you're putting content in those needs, and you use our content engine. It's very simple. You can put a need in there in 3 to 5 minutes, and they never have to stop. It can just go on and on and on, and continue to expand people's awareness of your effort. Sometimes nonprofits particularly will tell us that they are not sure they really understand what motivates their donors. They feel that they're doing all that they can based on what they know about their donor pool, but they aren't sure they have all the facts. So we built something called a learning engine that pulls data from their online activities to show you the information that shows you what they really like and where they're spending their time. It's a byproduct of the rest of the work that you're doing to present your specific needs, but you really do learn a great deal more about your donors and their behavior and their preferences. So those are some of the solutions to some of the issues, but the big idea, I think, is important as well. And what we would say here is that you're getting exposure through inbound marketing and the other GiFTgive tools and methods that you really can't get on your own. You simply can't buy it. There's not enough money to reach out through conventional advertising to so many people that you already don't know. This is exposure through donors, through content that you simply can't buy. And oh, by the way, it's essentially free to you. What we can say with confidence is that good content does attract more donors and more donations. Simply telling your story effectively in more ways, more often, to more people will in fact attract a broader audience, and people who want to give will simply show up. And the system does most of the work for you. If you enter your needs, if you put your specific needs up there, and you continue to put in your activities, your events, your other information about what's going on in your nonprofit or cause, the system makes sure that most of this information gets out through our marketing engine. It gets out to a broader based audience. It's quite easy, and it's a leveraging of the internet and our tools to expand awareness around your cause or nonprofit. And it's really just a byproduct. Simply by putting your needs up there, you are presenting a number of variations on your central theme, but you're presenting it to people in a way that it's self-packaged and goes out there on its own and reaches people that you could never reach. This is truly the start of something big, and it's just a byproduct of the effort. So to summarize, we really believe GiFTgive drives fundraising results. You should experience more donations. You should find more donors. You will get more exposure, and it won't take a lot of extra effort. So thank you for joining us, and for more information, please come to www.gift-give.com. Thank you.